We'll start this morning with some big breaking news.
José Mourinho will officially take charge as the new manager of Benfica, marking a sensational return to Portuguese football for one of the most celebrated and controversial figures in the game. The 62-year-old coach, whose glittering career has taken him across Europe's biggest leagues, is heading back to Lisbon where his managerial journey began more than 2 decades ago. This move not only signifies a homecoming but also reignites hopes among Benfica supporters that the Special One can restore the club to consistent European prominence while tightening their grip domestically in the fierce rivalry with Porto and Sporting. CP Mourinho's appointment has been described as a bold and ambitious step by Benfica'S board, who see him as the right man to deliver both trophies and global attention. While Benfica remain Portugal's most successful club historically, recent seasons have been inconsistent, with the team often falling short of expectations on the continental stage. Bringing in Mourinho, a manager renowned for instilling a winning mentality and extracting the maximum from his squads, is a signal of intent. His track record speaks for itself: Champions League triumphs with Porto and Inter Milan, league titles with Chelsea, Real Madrid, and domestic silverware in Italy and England, capped with European success at Roma in the UEFA Europa Conference League. Few managers alive carry such a decorated resume. For Mourinho, the decision to return to Portugal comes at a time when many questioned what his next step would be. Following his spell in Italy with Roma, he had been linked with jobs across Europe and even lucrative offers from clubs in Saudi Arabia. However, his heart appears to have been drawn back to where it all started. In 2000, he briefly managed Benfica, but his stint ended abruptly after just a handful of games due to disagreements with the board over his contract. That chapter, though short, was pivotal, as it set Mourinho on the path that led to Porto and eventually global stardom. Now, nearly 25 years later, he is back at Estádio da Luz with unfinished business. The Benfica fans are already buzzing with excitement. Social media erupted when news of Mourinho's appointment broke, with supporters hailing the decision as a masterstroke. Many see it as a move that will elevate the club's international profile while also ensuring that the squad plays with the grit, discipline, and tactical acumen that Mourinho demands. Benfica's style of play in recent years has leaned heavily on attacking flair and nurturing young talent, but the balance between defensive solidity and ruthless efficiency has sometimes been lacking. Mourinho is expected to bring that balance, potentially combining the creative spark of Benfica's academy graduates with his trademark organization and resilience. His arrival also promises to add extra spice to Portuguese football's already fiery rivalries. Mourinho's history with Porto, where he won the Champions League in 2004, makes his return with Benfica particularly intriguing. Every clash with his former club will now carry an added narrative, pitting the coach who brought Porto their greatest triumph in modern history against the side he now leads. Sporting, too, will relish the chance to challenge Mourinho's tactical mind, while the Portuguese league as a whole stands to benefit from the global spotlight his presence inevitably attracts. Broadcasters, journalists, and football fans worldwide will tune in to see how the Special One fares on his return home. However, questions remain about how Mourinho will adapt to the modern game in Portugal. Football has evolved significantly since he last managed in his homeland, and critics argue that his pragmatic, sometimes defensive style may not align with the free-flowing attacking football that Benfica supporters have grown accustomed to. Yet Mourinho has always thrived when doubted, often using criticism as fuel to inspire his players. His man management skills, ability to foster unity within squads, and knack for delivering results in high-pressure situations remain as sharp as ever. Benfica's squad looks well suited for Mourinho to mold into a competitive unit. With a mix of experienced internationals and promising youngsters, he has the ingredients to create a team capable of dominating domestically and making waves in Europe. The likes of João Neves and Antonio Silva are examples of Benfica'S thriving academy system, while more seasoned players provide the backbone. Mourinho is expected to be heavily involved in transfers, pushing the board to bring in reinforcements that match his tactical vision. His strong personality and demands may test the Benfica hierarchy, but few doubt his ability to attract big names to Lisbon. Financially, this move is also a statement. Benfica, traditionally a selling club in the European hierarchy, may now shift toward greater ambition in holding onto their best players. Mourinho's stature could persuade emerging stars to stay longer, believing that under his guidance they can achieve both personal growth and collective glory. The board's willingness to back Mourinho will be crucial, as his past tenures at other clubs have shown the importance he places on squad depth and quality. For Mourinho personally, this appointment could represent the start of a new legacy. While his career has already cemented him as one of football's greatest managers, a triumphant spell at Benfica would add a uniquely sentimental chapter. It is a chance to prove that he can still adapt, inspire, and conquer in an era dominated by managers like Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, and Carlo Ancelotti. Winning the Portuguese league with Benfica, and potentially going deep in the Champions League, would silence those who claim his best days are behind him. The special one thrives on challenges, and few challenges are as symbolic as returning to the place where it all began, with the chance to write a new story. Benfica have entrusted him with their future, and he has accepted the responsibility with the weight of expectation resting on his shoulders. If history has taught us anything, it is that José Mourinho rarely does things quietly. His tenure at Benfica promises to be nothing short of dramatic, captivating, and, if all goes well, successful.